Oh my god, dude. If I don't get Jiangxing, chat, if I don't get Jiangxing, give me Jiangxing, please. All right, here we go.
Bruh.
Opening greeting.
I got Ling Yang again, bro. Oh my god. No, dude. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm still feeling the effects from streaming this game 9 hours in a row on launch day, just to figure out that I'm gonna end up with Ling Yang again as my first resonator. Me as a gamer, I didn't really want to start over. I just didn't want to re-roll again after spending 9 hours from the launch time all the way up to this moment just to lose. But you know what it is about losing, guys? When you lose, there's only room to win. When you fall down, you gotta get right back up. So for me, I'm taking the hardcore way and I'm gonna accept my defeat and I'm gonna continue on. And that is when Kuro Games gave us the 5-star voucher. And then I lost again by choosing Encore. And wait, hear me out. I'm gonna be going through every 5-star resonator and telling you why I think you should pick them and why you shouldn't. So let's get right into the video. On the topic of Encore, for me personally, I find her very overwhelming. Now don't get me wrong, Encore is a great selection for the 5-star standard banner pick. She could honestly be listed as one of the best damage dealers in all of Wuthering Waves, or at least coming off of the standard banner as one of your picks. If you are like me, never dabbled into anime open world RPG games like Wuthering Waves, or dived into any action anime games where the combat is the main focus like PGR or Honkai Impact 3rd, then you may have a hard time utilizing Encore as she has a very difficult kit as far as the combat goes. In order to maximize Encore's potential, you must learn a lot of difficult combat techniques, which things like this can be proven to be very difficult when you are trying to fight a boss one-on-one and you have to use your other resonators as a backup. And as for me personally, using Encore where she has like a projectile, it just kind of just feels a little off to me. I would just say she takes some time getting used to. I really don't know what it is, but I don't think Encore can parry. But when I use Baija, who has that big pet who you use to attack with, I'm able to counterattack with ease and I have no problems. But for some reason, when it comes to Encore, I cannot get it down. I'm not really sure if it's impossible or if I'm just really bad at the game. And then at that point, it's a skill issue, which it most likely is. Now, the great thing about Encore is that she's very easy to build a team around, as most of her team synergies that are built around her are actually free-to-play resonators that are very easily obtainable. Baija's outro skill actually works really well with Encore as it will buff her attack, and Encore already deals high damage as it is. Another great resonator that you can use with Encore is Sanhua, and Sanhua is easily obtainable as you get her on your 5th daily login. That's of course if you haven't wished for her already and you ended up with her, which will honestly be amazing because she's a great resonator. Sanhua's outro skill will actually improve Encore's basic attack a lot, so if you select Encore, you have a whole free-to-play resonator team that's actually really good. Next up, we have Jiangxing. Now, Jiangxing's case is actually really special. A lot of other gamers will go ahead and just write off Jiangxing as one of the worst resonators from the standard banner and Wuthering Waves. However, for me personally, I just think this is incorrect. Now, there is one specific thing that holds Jiangxing back, and it is the sole fact that she's good at everything but not great at one thing. Now, the reason why this makes this a really bad thing is because in Wuthering Waves, you have a team of 3 resonators, and typically for the most part, you want each resonator to be able to do their job correctly very well. Whether that resonator is selected as your DPS resonator, or that resonator is selected to buff your DPS resonator and provide heals to your team all around. The interesting thing about Jiangxing's case is that she does it all, which for me actually coming into this game is actually something I was looking for. Now, picking Jiangxing does come with a high cost and you do sacrifice a lot. However, in the recent updates, you are guaranteed 2 resonators of your choice, meaning you can select 2 of the 5 resonators from the standard banner. Now, Jiangxing provides shields for a whole entire team and can also deal damage to many tacit discords at a single time. Another really cool, interesting thing about Jiangxing's kit is that her skill allows her to parry. So if there's certain boss fights, for instance, where you can't dodge or parry a certain attack, Jiangxing's skill will automatically parry one attack, which personally I think is a really cool skill. And she's also capable of self-healing, so it's exactly what I said, she can pretty much do it all. But at the same time, Jiangxing's just not exceptional at one thing that she does, making her stand out like the other resonators on this list. However, unlike Encore, she's actually very easy to play and easy to get the hang of. So as for a player who's new to the action portion of things when it comes to Wuthering Waves, Jiangxing would be a great pick for you. Although Jiangxing may not be proven to be exceptional at boss fights, I think she is the very best resonator for the open world experience. Being able to rope in a whole bunch of enemies at once to clear tasted discord Discord so you can get your chests, I have personally found myself saving lots of time running Jiangsheng in my main team, and I do not regret one bit actually making her a priority for me as far as my 5-star selection goes. Next up, we got Ling Yang, who unfortunately got the short end of the stick when it comes to this 5-star selector. Now, I played Ling Yang in the closed beta too, and I also re-rolled him, as you can see at the beginning of this video. Now, the cool thing about Ling Yang is that he has a very unique playstyle, unlike the other Resonators in Wuthering Waves. Now, similar to Jiangsheng, he's really good in the open world aspects of Wuthering Waves, as Ling Yang can infinitely combo any Tacit Discord that isn't a boss nor an elite enemy. I won't even lie to you guys, Ling Yang is super fun to play. When I was playing the closed beta 2 and I was able to go airborne with him after using his ultimate, I thought it was really the coolest thing ever. And it's honestly really strange because I thought Ling Yang was going to be one of the best Resonators out of the standard banner. But compared to Kalcharo and Encore, he just simply falls behind, and it's unfortunate. He really lacks the damage that a DPS Resonator should have. But I still find it awesome that he's the only Resonator in Wuthering Waves currently that can fly with his attacks. But towards endgame and fighting difficult bosses, Ling Yang could actually work against you when it comes to fighting difficult bosses. Him being airborne actually leaves him very vulnerable. And I don't know what it was, but while I was playing him in the closed beta 2, while I was ulted and I was like 20 feet off the ground, it just felt really quirky trying to kick a boss in the head from 20 feet above high ground. And being in the air with the ultimate activated, I just couldn't really dodge, and it kind of made me feel very uncomfortable. However, I beat a lot of elite enemies with Ling Yang, and I'll never forget those days. Like that terrifying spearback King Bear that's level 120. You know which one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Tacit Discord that will literally run at you like a running back and will literally ram you down and disappear you into oblivion. So all in all, I would say Ling Yang would be my final option on the standard banner, but at the end of the day, Ling Yang's playstyle is really fun, and I won't even take that away from him. He's definitely one of the most fun Resonators that I played in Wuthering Waves. I just love having the freedom to throw hands with my enemy, and that's exactly what Ling Yang does. He pulls out the gloves and starts squaring up with these Tacit Discords. So to be all in all fair, I will say Ling Yang does have his setbacks, but he's very easy to play, so I'd recommend only going for him if you really like his character. If not, maybe go for Encore as your damage dealer if you're looking for that difficult playstyle, or you could go for Kalchar, which we'll be talking about soon enough. But before we talk about our last damage dealer from the standard banner, let's talk about Verena. Now, I'm gonna just say it off the bat, Verena really baited me. The reason why I did not pull Verena is because of her damn outfit. I'm not gonna lie, she's probably the only Resonator in all of Wuthering Waves that I just don't enjoy the way that she looks as a character. I will say though, from closed beta 1, her character design has definitely gotten better because it was absolutely awful. However, this video isn't about Verena and how she looks as a character, it's more of what she provides to you and your team if you pick her on the 5-star selector. Now, Verena, despite her looks, might be the best option for anybody on the 5-star standard banner selector. And the reason why is because she's the most future-proof Resonator in all of Wuthering Waves. And I should have just trusted my gut because I know better. I know better personally from Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact that any type of support Resonator is always the best option that has a team composition involved. If I had known she requires no field time, I would have just selected her over Encore. She has one of the best outro skills in the game, and not only that, she provides your whole team with lots of buffs and heals. Despite her attacks feeling like Encore, she's actually more easy to use because she spends less time on the field. And as I was just ranting about, a very famous rule that I like to follow in these types of gacha games is the rule to focus on your support characters rather than your DPS characters first. But hey, if you want to pull for a DPS Resonator, be my guest. But mind you, if you are starting Wuthering Waves, there's going to be a whole bunch of new limited banner characters that are going to be way better. The reason why I stand by Verena so much is because when it comes to damage dealer Resonators, there's going to be lots more on the limited banner down the line because the game literally just came out. And that's not even the best part. The best part about Verena is that she fits into any team composition, making Verena right now the most versatile Resonator in all of Wuthering Waves at this point in time. But if you're absolutely fixated on pulling a damage dealer Resonator, then we got Kalcharo coming up next. Now, don't get me wrong, similar to Encore, Kalcharo is actually very difficult to play. However, for me, this might be a personal thing, but I actually like being able to connect with my enemy up close and personal, rather than be like a mage user that can fly things around to hit my enemy like Encore. Despite that, Kalcharo is one of the best damage dealer Resonators in all of Wuthering Waves to date. And if you want to see for Yinlin, who is coming out very shortly, depending on if you watch this video in the early stages of Wuthering Waves, Kalcharo goes hand in hand with Yinlin so well it's not even funny. I 100% do believe though, if you do get Kalcharo, you 100% must be pulling for Yinlin to maximize Kalcharo's ability. So besides Kalcharo's steep learning curve and benefiting from Yinlin, I think he's one of the best picks for the 5-star selector. Now, this is gonna be my quick recap mini tier list for the 5-star standard banner Resonator Resonators. And feel free to disagree with me and let me know in the comments down below what you agree with and what you don't agree with. Now, in my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me if you must, I think the number one pick that you guys should all be pulling for is Verena. After that will be Charo, then Encore, after Encore, Zhongxing, and then you should not be considering pulling Ling Yang unless you absolutely like his character as far as his playstyle goes and if you really want to have fun with him as a Resonator. That's all I have for today, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please smash that subscribe button down below so you can find your way back to the channel. And if you're looking for friends to play with or looking for a chill community to chat about gacha games, you can join the community Discord in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.